This is the Xbox ROG Ally, and I think it might just be the best value PC handhelds right now. And with a few tricks like installing one free app that basically fixes everything wrong with the stock Windows on this thing, it might also be one of the best handhelds you can buy, at least brand new. With Valve raising the price of the Steam Deck OLED to $789 up from $549 just a few months ago, and gaming handhelds and computers in general getting incredibly expensive because of SSD and RAM shortages, I was genuinely surprised when I saw this thing still at $599. And once you fix the software side of it, which takes about 5 minutes and costs nothing, I'd actually argue this is the better buy. If that sounds too good to be true, stick around because I'll walk you through exactly what I did, and there's a link below if you want to install it yourself. It's a free app. You install it like any other program on Windows. No imaging drive, no dual booting, none of that. But before we get into that though, thank you guys so much for being here. A like and a sub to this channel goes a long way. It really does help out, and I appreciate every single one of you for sticking around for this long. We're getting so much closer to 10,000 sub goal, so let's do it. So what are you actually getting for the price of $599? Well, under the hood, it's a AMD Ryzen Z2 8-chip, 16 gigs of RAM, and a 512 gigs SSD. It screens a 7-inch 1080p panel at 120Hz, and while it's IPS instead of OLED, it's bright enough and sharp enough that I stopped thinking about it within the first few hours of using this device. The DeX OLED panel is a little bigger and uses that taller aspect ratio, which does make some games feel slightly more immersive. I'll give it that. But everything else, like the two back buttons on the Xbox ROG Ally, the asymmetrical sticks of the Xbox controller, generally still holds up and feel amazing. This thing runs natively 120Hz, while the deck only stops at 90Hz. Pair that with the asymmetrical stick placement, and for anything that needs quick, precise aiming, like shooters like Call of Duty for instance, this is a much better fit. Now, to be fair, I'm not trying to turn this into a spec battle between the Steam Deck and the Xbox ROG Ally. This is more about what the cheapest brand new handheld on the market right now gets you today. And it's a lot harder to write off than people give it credit for, honestly. When the Xbox ROG Ally first came out, I was actually one of the few YouTubers online defending the Ally base version. Most people wrote it off outright, too expensive for what it was, or just the weaker sibling next to the bigger brother, the Xbox Ally X. And on paper, sure, I get it. Less RAM, less storage, weaker chip. But in real life, none of that ever mattered to me personally, because I never bought a gaming handheld to replace my desk setup in the first place. I could grind Call of Duty camo challenges on this thing, get instant access to whatever just dropped on Game Pass, and pull from every single launcher out there imaginable, all on one single device in the palm of my hand. For me, handhelds were never about running the heaviest AAA titles. They were always about playing stuff I wouldn't otherwise bother booting up at my desk setup, and the base Xbox ROG Ally gave me more access to exactly that. Oh, and in case you're wondering, you can still dock this thing, pair a Bluetooth controller, and get that full console on the TV or a portable monitor experience that you actually want. This thing paired with my 14-inch U-Perfect gaming monitor is a match made in heaven, giving me an OLED experience from my handheld. But here's the thing, lately my gaming library has been all over the place. Slay Spire and Hades 2 when I want something I can pick up for 20 minutes and put down. Then some nights I'm deep into story-driven indie games like Master Lemon: The Quest for Iceland, which is a terrific indie game that I really highly recommend that is underrated. Or I'm gaming all the AAA titles, stuff I never got around to game before, like Mad Max or Batman Arkham Knight. And in between, I'm still dipping into shooters every now and then. But the thing is, no matter what type of game I wanted to play, the actual window experience sitting on top of this Xbox ROG Ally system kept on getting in the way. The Xbox full screen experience that Microsoft has released is unfortunately still buggy and sometimes just really slow. And don't even get me started about the sleep and wake function on this thing. put it down mid-session, come back later, and either the battery's dead or the game's just suddenly crashed out. And yes, I have tried the hibernate option in the settings, but there's still some issues when it comes to just the full screen experience from Microsoft here. Now, the obvious answer most of you guys will probably say is just get SteamOS and install it on the Xbox ROG Ally. And I get it. I've sung SteamOS praises on this channel a lot, but this time around, that wasn't the move for me for a couple of specific reasons though. Firstly, Steam already runs natively on the Xbox ROG Ally. I didn't need to blow away the entire operating system just to get a nicer interface for a launcher that already works pretty well on the Xbox ROG Ally. Secondly, and this is the bigger issue, for someone who plays a lot of anti-cheat games on the regular, SteamOS still can't run anything with kernel level anti-cheat, like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Battlefield. All the games are excluded on the SteamOS. So when you get Linux on this device and use SteamOS operating system, well, good luck. Now you can't play Call of Duty or Fortnite. For someone like me who loves the variety, I think going that route was just not something I wanted to do. And honestly, I just wasn't in the mood to flash a Bazide or SteamOS image, deal with unofficial support caveats, or install Deculoader just to get basic stuff like RGB lighting to work on this thing when you're running SteamOS natively. To me, that's a lot of tinkering for something that should just work out of the box when you buy it. So instead, I went looking for something that could fix the interface without asking me to give everything else up. And I landed on an app called Winhanced. And the funny thing is, I found out about this app by pure accident through a random email I got. And my first assumption was that it'd be another Linux OS I need to flash onto a drive. Well, guess what? It isn't. It installs straight onto Windows the same way any other program would. What Winhanced does is that it puts literally everything you own into one single library, GOG, Game Pass, and cloud titles all into one single area. It's the first third-party app that's actually been officially cleared to fully take over the Xbox full screen experience, not just sit on top of it, but entirely replace it. So all your cloud games now launch natively instead of through some clunky browser hack, and even your friend list gets merged across every single storefront you have. So is it worth installing? If you're someone who plays anything protected by kernel level anti-cheat, this is genuinely close to your only path to fixing the software side without sacrificing those games. And even if anti-cheat isn't a factor for you at all, I still say it's worth it because there's basically no downside here. The whole interface is just so clean and nice looking compared to the Xbox full screen experience. The one thing that's worth flagging here though is that this is built by a small team, funded mostly through Patreon. So as such, you can expect occasional rough edges, but the core app itself is completely free though. The Patreon just buys you early access to new builds. And the free experience you get here is so well made and amazing to look at. Booting the Xbox ROG Ally and going straight into Winhanced automatically is just a pure perfect feeling for this device and having all your games in one single front. The part that actually won me over though wasn't the library of games in one single area. It was actually the sleep and wake function. You see, modern standby on these new Windows handhelds has been broken for years, and Winhanced has rebuilt the entire path from the ground up. They're claiming up to 80% less battery drain overnight when you leave this thing in the sleep mode. And from what I've seen using it daily, that number really tracks. It doesn't matter if I'm mid-run in a story game like Master Lemon or halfway into a Batman Arkham Knight save, I put this thing into sleep mode, come back hours later, and everything is exactly where I left it. And the battery has barely moved at all. Now that is the closest to the Steam Deck sleep-wake function that this thing has ever been. And it doesn't cost you any performance, plus automatic per-game power tuning that adjusts wattage depending on what's actually running on your device. It's basically just more efficient than the standard Windows full-screen Xbox mode that we used to have. This feels like the experience that the Xbox Ally should have shipped with in the first place. So should you actually buy the Xbox ROG Ally and should you install the Winhanced app? And my answer to both those questions is absolutely yes. Unless you're a very patient person hunting the used market for something stronger, getting all of this new for $599 while the next close option is the Steam Deck OLED is at $789 is genuinely an easy call right now. I'm not going to pretend that $599 is pocket change, but relative to everything else on the shelves and the market right now, it's hard to find a better option than the base version of the Xbox ROG Ally. And with Winhanced, this thing becomes such a powerful device. Guys, I'm curious, what do you guys think? Would you actually install something like Winhanced on your Xbox ROG Ally? Or would you still go for SteamOSS? And is this device now more relevant than ever before? Drop your comments in the comment section. And hey, if you've enjoyed this video so far, wanna smash the like button and maybe even hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.